Every city tells a story, every landscape carries a legend, and every moment spent within its borders leaves a mark that stays with you long after you have returned home. Stretching across 11 time zones and covering more than 17 million square kilometers, it is the largest country on Earth, and yet its sheer size is only the beginning of what makes it extraordinary. From the golden domes of ancient Orthodox churches to the frozen silence of Siberian wilderness, Russia holds within its borders a staggering variety of landscapes, cultures, and histories that have shaped the world for centuries. Travelers who venture into this vast nation often find themselves overwhelmed not by its scale alone, but by the depth of beauty and meaning embedded in every corner. Whether you are drawn to imperial grandeur, natural wonders, or the quiet charm of centuries-old towns, Russia offers experiences that are unlike anything else on the planet. The country has long been a place of mystery and fascination for outsiders, and once you begin to explore it, that fascination only deepens. Moscow is a city that demands time and attention, and it rewards both generously. The capital city is a place where the past and the present collide in the most dramatic and visually stunning ways imaginable. At the very center of the city stands Red Square, one of the most iconic public spaces in the entire world. Flanked by the towering walls of the Kremlin on one side and the magnificent St. Basil's Cathedral on the other, Red Square is a place that carries the weight of Russian history in every cobblestone. St. Basil's Cathedral, with its swirling onion domes painted in vivid reds, blues, greens and golds, looks almost too fantastical to be real, as though it were lifted directly from the pages of a fairy tale. Inside the Kremlin walls, visitors can explore centuries of Russian political and cultural history, from the stunning Assumption Cathedral to the Armory Chamber, which houses an extraordinary collection of imperial treasures. Beyond the historic center, Moscow pulses with modern energy. The city's metro system, often called the most beautiful underground railway in the world, features stations adorned with marble, mosaics, and chandeliers that rival the grandeur of any palace. Gorky Park stretches along the Moscow River, offering a peaceful escape from the urban intensity, while the Tretyakov Gallery houses one of the finest collections of Russian art ever assembled. If Moscow is the soul of Russia, then St. Petersburg is its heart. Founded by Tsar Peter the Great in 1703, this city was built from the ground up as a statement of ambition and elegance, designed to rival the great capitals of Western Europe. And rival them it does. St. Petersburg sits at the mouth of the Neva River, its streets lined with Baroque and neoclassical architecture that glows in shades of yellow, green and white. The city's network of canals has earned it the nickname the Venice of the North, and a boat ride through those waterways reveals a side of the city that no walking tour can fully capture. The crown jewel of St. Petersburg is undoubtedly the Hermitage Museum, one of the largest and most celebrated art museums in the world. Housed within the magnificent Winter Palace, the former residence of Russian Tsars, the Hermitage contains a collection of more than 3 million works spanning thousands of years of human creativity. Visitors could spend days wandering its gilded halls and still not see everything. Beyond the Hermitage, the city offers the breathtaking Church of the Saviour on Spilled Blood, the grandeur of the Peter and Paul Fortress, and the sweeping elegance of Nevsky Prospect, the city's main boulevard. During the summer months, St. Petersburg experiences the famous White Nights, when the sun barely sets and the city glows in a soft, ethereal light that makes everything feel slightly magical. Lake Baikal is not simply a destination. It is an experience that changes the way you see the natural world. Lake Baikal is the world's oldest and deepest freshwater lake, holding approximately 20% of the planet's unfrozen surface fresh water. It is more than 25 million years old, and its depths reach over 1,600 meters at their lowest point. The lake stretches for nearly 640 kilometers through the rugged Siberian landscape, and its waters are so clear that you can see objects at depths of up to 40 meters. In winter, the surface of Lake Baikal freezes into a spectacular sheet of ice that cracks and shifts into otherworldly formations of turquoise and deep blue. Travelers come from around the world to walk across this frozen surface, to photograph the ice caves and pressure ridges that form along the shoreline, and to experience the profound silence of a landscape that feels entirely untouched by human hands. In summer, the lake transforms into a place of lush green shores, wildflower meadows, and crystal-clear water that invites swimming and kayaking. The surrounding region is home to the Buryat people, whose rich culture and Buddhist traditions add a deeply human dimension to the natural splendor of the area, offering flavors that are entirely distinct from anything found elsewhere in Russia. Kazan is a city that stands as one of Russia's most compelling cultural destinations. The capital of the Republic of Tatarstan, Kazan is a place where Russian and Tatar cultures have coexisted for centuries, creating a unique blend of traditions, architecture, and cuisine that sets it apart from any other city in the country. At the heart of Kazan stands the Kazan Kremlin, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that contains within its white stone walls both the stunning Annunciation Cathedral and the elegant Kul Sharif Mosque, a symbol of the city's multicultural identity. The sight of a Christian cathedral and an Islamic mosque standing side by side within the same fortress walls is a powerful reminder of the diversity that defines this remarkable city. It is a journey into the very soul of Russia, a place where the country's deepest traditions and most enduring values are preserved in stone and wood and gold. The towns of Suzdal, Vladimir, Yaroslavl, and Sergiev Posad are among the most visited, each offering its own unique window into the Russia of 1,000 years ago. Suzdal is perhaps the most enchanting of them all, a tiny town of fewer than 10,000 residents that contains more than 50 churches, monasteries, and convents within its borders. Walking through Suzdal's unpaved streets, past wooden houses and ancient bell towers, feels like inhabiting a living museum. Vladimir, once the capital of medieval Russia, is home to the magnificent Golden Gate. Russia is a country that rewards those who approach it with curiosity and an open mind. Its best places are not simply beautiful or historically significant, though they are certainly both of those things. They are places that carry meaning, that tell stories of empires and revolutions, of natural forces beyond human comprehension, and of cultures that have shaped the world in ways both visible and invisible. From the imperial splendor of Moscow and St. Petersburg to the sacred silence of Lake Baikal, from the multicultural energy of Kazan to the timeless villages of the Golden Ring, Russia offers a depth of experience that few countries can match. Every traveler who makes the journey returns with something they did not expect to find, a perspective, a memory, or a feeling that stays with them for the rest of their lives. Russia is waiting, and it has more to offer than you can possibly imagine.